sure you've heard time and time again, stay in school, say no to drugs, stay out of gangs, stay out of trouble. You done heard that plenty of time before, right? Okay, well, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to attempt to make it make sense to you why you should want to stay in school, why you should want to stay out of gangs and say no to drugs. Let's say you got a big test coming up. You know you're supposed to be studying, but everybody, all your partners, all your homeboys, all your homegirl, going to this party, okay? So you like, man, I know I'm supposed to study, know I'm supposed to stay home, but I really want to go to this party. I'm going to share something with you people. The parties only get better as you get richer. Right now, you go to a party, you ain't driving the car you want to drive, you ain't wearing the clothes you want to wear, you can't stay out as late as you want to stay at. What are you celebrating? This is not the time to party. What you need to be doing is you need to be focusing on putting yourself in a position where you can drive the car you want to drive and come back to the house you want to come back to. And maybe you might be able to take the right person back with you. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're partying at 30-some years old, ain't nobody finna come back home with you to your mama house. And with no education, that's where you're going to be.
You can do whatever you want to do. You can be whatever you want to be. I mean, and actually, you know, when you come from not having it at all, it almost just sets the stage for your imagination to totally run wild and be creative and all the things that you always wanted, you know. Because you don't have it and you want it so bad, you can see it in so many flavors. Everybody wants to be the winner, but no one wants to run the race. And it's the race running that makes you the real thing. It's not about like whether you're first place or last. It's just crossing the finish line. That makes you real. So you have something that you can speak to. If you never run the race and you just have a bunch of medals on, well, what are you? You're just a poser. You're just a facade. And just as facades, when the elements come down, you'll come down. But the real thing is when you really take the time to build it with your hand and with your hands and your mind and your heart. Then someone can ask you a question and you can answer the question because you're the real thing.
At the forefront as an ambassador for hip-hop, like I said, when I do things, I try to represent the culture in the positive light to show that we can mature. You know, I was that guy as well. You know, I was that guy. I was reckless and, you know, and the whole nine. You know, I was a product of my environment. But as I grew and I got to see other things, you know, my sophistication level, it rose. But now we have something else to look to. When a kid grows up and you tell him, man, you can be the president of the free world, it's a real thing. Now that's a very difficult task, and it's going to it takes a lot, right? But it is possible.
The things that I was missing and the things that I see our kids missing, like what? Which is education. There's such a divide in education. It's when I speak to kids, they hear me because I tell them the truth. And I tell them, like, I'm going to tell you the truth. You don't stand a chance. You don't even stand a chance to make it right now. If I could be perfectly honest with you, you don't stand a chance. So how do you save your life? How do you save your future? That means you have to educate yourself even 5 times harder than the average kid from the suburbs. You have to fight harder for your future.